Imagine waking up under a blinding surgical light with your heart hammering against your ribs like a trapped bird. That is exactly where Lin Xiaoran finds himself, and he has no idea how he got here. He looks up and sees a banner that would make any man's blood run cold, promising professional and painless root removal. Yeah, you heard that right. Lin is buck naked and strapped down to a cold metal table with heavy leather restraints. He realizes he is no longer in his world. He is a traveler in a nightmare. Then he hears it, the rhythmic tap-tap-tap of high heels on the cold floor, accompanied by the chilling clink of surgical steel on a tray. But the person holding the tray isn't human. It is a humanoid cat nurse with a twisted sense of humor looking at him like he is some long-lost pet. Lin is spiraling between the cat-human hybrid and the golden scalpel glowing in the center of the room. He starts to think the whole world has gone insane. Enter the Tiger Dean. This beast in a lab coat doesn't see a patient. He sees a low-level creature whose parts are better suited for a bottle of wine. The tiger orders the nurse to hold him down. He is coming for Lin's most prized possession, and he is not planning on using any anesthesia. The dean leans in, his glasses reflecting the cold light. He tells Lin to stay still, claiming that this castration is just to make him a more obedient pet. Lin screams in pure defiance. He is a human being, not some stray animal to be fixed. The rage is boiling over, and he's about to snap. The Tiger Dean isn't having it and delivers a brutal slap that draws blood. He threatens to cut out Lin's tongue next if he doesn't shut his mouth. But something changes. In Lin's eyes, the fear dies out, and is replaced by a glowing red light. If this world wants a beast, he's going to give them a monster. Suddenly, a digital UI flashes in his mind. The gluttony system has activated, giving him a mission to protect his manhood and kill the tiger for a massive power boost. Lin looks at the tiger and smiles. He realizes that with this system, he isn't the prey anymore. He is the one at the top of the food chain. His muscles surge with golden energy, snapping the leather straps like they were made of paper. He sits up, ready to turn this operating room into a slaughterhouse. The Tiger Dean is stunned. He can't believe a mere naked ape has this kind of power. The monitor behind him starts exploding from the sheer pressure. Lin grabs the tiger's wrist and the sound of shattering bone fills the room. He asks the doctor if he is the one who needs a little surgery now. The tiger falls screaming, and Lin grabs the scalpel. He puts on a discarded lab coat, looking cold and lethal, as he prepares to hunt. The cat nurse is cowering in the corner, screaming that the pet has killed the beast. The hierarchy of this twisted world has just been flipped upside down. The system prompts him to consume the tiger's meat for evolution. Lin looks at the raw meat and wonders if he really has to go that far to survive. He lets out a chilling laugh. The transformation is complete. He's not just escaping, he's taking over. And he looks absolutely terrifying doing it. The nurse tries to call for help, but Lin is a blur. He kicks her through the wall with enough force to shatter the concrete and the electronics. His eyes turn into blood, red pits of malice. He declares to the empty room that their ancestor has finally returned to claim his throne. The doors explode as Lin walks out into the hallway, scalpel dripping with blood. He's surrounded by portraits of animal elites who think they run the world. A crowd of humans looks on in horror. Lin can smell their fear, and to him, they all just smell like barnyard animals in fancy clothes. Two Doberman cops rush in with electric batons, barking orders for him to get on the ground. But the system is already highlighting their weaknesses. Lin dodges their strikes with ease, grabs one by the throat, and slams him into the wall so hard the entire corridor shakes and cracks. The other cop is shaking on the floor, calling him a monster. Lin just grins with a bloody mouth and tells him that he is actually their new zookeeper. A purple vortex appears as Lin starts extracting the guard's genes. He finds the process a bit disgusting, but the power boost is undeniable. Red energy wraps around him, making him taller and stronger. He feels like he is on a permanent adrenaline high as his danger senses sharpen to a razor edge. He leaps from the hospital balcony, lands next to a luxury car, and knocks out a golden retriever in a suit just to take his keys. He speeds away into the night, leaving the hospital in the dust. He knows the cops are coming, but he's already 10 steps ahead of them. He checks the logo on the steering wheel and realizes it is a Ferrari with a donkey on it. Even the luxury cars in this world are a joke. Police cars swarm the streets as Lin drifts through the neon lit city. To everyone else, this is a crisis, but to him, it's just a high-speed playground. He roars with laughter, driving with one hand. He's not hiding from this hellish city, he's turning it into his personal hunting ground. The cops are screaming through their megaphones for the pet to stop the car. Lin just laughs and tells them to shove their pet management laws. He smashes through a fruit stand, sending watermelons flying and causing the police cruisers to flip and explode in a massive pile up behind him. A German Shepherd officer is losing his mind behind the wheel. He can't believe this hairless ape is outdriving their best pursuit units. He barks into his radio for backup, ordering a lockdown of the sector. He wants this human caught at any cost before he makes a mockery of the force. The police map shows Lin heading straight for the slums. The dispatchers are panicking because that's the one place they don't want to go. A husky officer reports that the terrain is getting too rough for their cars. They are losing the trail in the dark, narrow alleys of the Undercity. The lead detective is furious. He orders the mobile unit to switch to motorcycles. He isn't going to let a pet escape on his watch. His eyes narrow with pure hatred. He knows if the human reaches the slum territory, they'll be dealing with the feral gangs that even the cops fear. Lin smashes his car through a brick wall and ditches it in a dark alley. The vehicle is trashed, but he's just getting started. He steps out of the car. His white coat stained with blood. He looks around the grimy alleyway, feeling the cold air of the slums on his skin. He vaults over a broken wall with the grace of a predator. His movements are becoming more animalistic and efficient with every passing second. The system warns him that he has entered the downhill slums, a high-risk zone filled with illegal evolved beings and desperate outcasts. His killing intent is so high that his aura starts flaring up. The system automatically activates his intimidation skill to keep the low-level thugs away. In the shadows, green eyes start glowing. A group of hyena punks spots him, thinking he's just a lost, tender pet human that wandered into the wrong neighborhood. They step out of the dark, swinging bats and laughing. They think they've just hit the jackpot and can sell Lin to the highest bidder. One of the hyenas mentions that a pig boss named Hogger is looking for fresh labor. They plan on dragging Lin there in chains. They joke about how the last batch of humans all died from exhaustion. To them, Lin is just a disposable tool to be used and discarded. Further down the alley, a girl named Su Ruin is trembling in a puddle, surrounded by a pack of feral dogs ready to tear her apart. Lin sighs, annoyed at his own heroic instincts. He knows he should keep moving, but he can't just stand by and watch this happen. He pulls a massive, serrated red blade from thin air and steps in front of the girl. He tells the mutts that she is his prize. Now, the dogs aren't intimidated and rush him all at once. Su Ruin cowers behind him, thinking this is the end for both of them. Lin starts a countdown as he drags his heavy blade across the ground, sending sparks flying into the dark damp air. He hits two with a look in his eyes that stops the lead dog in its tracks. The air feels heavy with his mounting power. He hits one and disappears, moving faster than the eye can follow as he launches his counterattack. A massive golden shockwave erupts as he swings the blade, sending the entire pack of dog men flying into the walls. Lin stands over the carnage with golden lightning crackling around him. He asks if there is anyone else who wants a piece of him. The alley goes silent. He looks like a god of war standing over the girl, who can only stare at him in complete disbelief. She asks him if he is going to eat her. After all, in this world, that is what happens to humans who lose their masters. Lin gives her a wicked grin and tells her he doesn't eat people even if she does look like a snack. He's trying to lighten the mood. He offers her his hand, and in a bizarre moment of submissiveness, she licks the blood off his fingers like a trained animal. Lin jumps back, horrified. He yells at her to stand up and remember she is a human, not a pet. He won't have her acting like a dog. He realizes he's now stuck with a dead weight companion. He complains that his survival mission just jumped to hell, mode difficulty. They find a safe spot to rest, and Lin shares some bread with her. It is the first bit of kindness she has seen in a very long time. As she eats, Lin looks at his system stats. He knows he needs more weapons and power if he's going to take on the whole city. He notices the gold collar around her neck, which is embedded with a tracking crystal. That thing is a beacon for the authorities. He grabs the collar, ignoring her pleas. She's terrified that without it, she has no identity, and will be hunted down immediately. Lin crushes the collar under his boot. He tells her that he is not letting her be a trapped slave anymore. From now on she is free. He looks her dead in the eye, and tells her she has only one master now, herself. He wants her to reclaim her own humanity. Su Ruan just nods, repeating the words back to him like a mantra. She doesn't fully understand freedom yet, but she trusts him. Lin asks her if she knows where the pig boss's concentration camp is. He's decided to take the fight to the source. She points toward the dark horizon and tells him about a place where the screams of humans never stop. It is a place of pure suffering. She remembers the gorillas talking about a terrifying facility where the stock is kept. Lin realizes he is heading into a war zone. They look out at the dark, purple sunset, over the city ruins. The air is thick with the distant sounds of crying and misery. Later that night, as Su Ruin sleeps, Lin stays awake in the shadows. He knows they aren't safe, and that the hunt for him is intensifying. Suddenly, his system blares a warning. An aerial scout is directly above them, scanning the area with high-intensity sensors. He looks up and sees a Eye Scout, a bat-like mutant, with laser eyes, locking onto their position. He has to kill it before it reports back. The scout lets out a high-frequency screech to call in the reinforcements. Lin powers up his strength and prepares to strike. He launches a massive blue energy orb into the sky. It's a direct hit, and the scout erupts into a ball of flame over the rooftops. The flaming mutant falls through the neon city skyline. Lin rushes to the crash site to make sure the job is finished. He stands over the dying scout, who manages to choke out that the correction squad is coming, and that Lin is an S-rank criminal. Lin just smirks. Rank sounds like a challenge he's finally ready for. He crushes the scout's communicator under his heel. He uses the system to devour the mutant's essence, gaining a new sonar ability and vastly improved night vision for the upcoming battle. His vision shifts to a high-tech HUD, highlighting every heat signature and environmental detail. He is now the ultimate predator in the dark. He wakes up Su Ruan and tells her they have to move. Their current hideout is compromised, and the whole city is closing in. He draws a blade and tells her they are going back to the city center. He isn't running anymore, he's going to hunt the hunters. They drive back into the neon heart of the city, where Lin's face is plastered on every massive screen as the most wanted man alive. Lin looks at his own bounty, 1 million beast coins, and jokes that his value is going up faster than the stock market. They are spotted by a group of Dalmatian thugs in a back alley. The thugs recognize the girl and realize they're looking at a fortune. The thugs are greedy and pull out knives, thinking they can easily take down one human and his pet. They couldn't be more wrong. Lin tells Su Ruan to close her eyes and count to 10. He doesn't want her to see the brutal lesson he is about to teach these punks. By the time she hits 5, Lin has already shattered their sunglasses and their bones. He's moving with terrifying efficiency. He finishes them off by tossing the last one into a dumpster like a piece of trash. He complains that they didn't even provide a good warm-up. When Su Ruan opens her eyes, the thugs are all unconscious. Lin just tells her they had too much to drink and fell asleep. He takes her to a high-end clothing store. He knows they need to disguise themselves if they're going to navigate the upper city. Lin gets a full high-tech makeover, trading his bloody coat for a sleek leather jacket with glowing blue accents. He looks like a high-level assassin. He gives Su Ruan a new outfit and a hat to hide her hair. He tells her that from now on they have to master the art of camouflage. He also picks up a high-tech composite bow. He knows he needs a silent, long-range weapon to take out the heavier targets from a distance. They climb the skyscrapers, looking down at the city. Lin points out the cruelty below, where humans are treated like livestock by the animal elites. He watches a group of soldiers tormenting a young boy and his blood boils. He swears that one day he will burn this entire social order to the ground. The system issues a new main mission: kill a high-ranking noble to make a statement. The target is Rex Shadowfang, a notorious gang leader. Lin finds Rex at a neon nightclub, surrounded by guards and luxury. He smiles, thinking it is the perfect place for a high-profile execution. They trick their way past the gorilla bouncers by posing as a wealthy human and his high-end pet. The bouncers are too greedy to say no to a bribe. Inside the club, the atmosphere is chaotic and hedonistic. Lin spots his target on a VIP balcony, and starts making his move. Rex Shadowfang is mocking Lin, not realizing that his death is standing right in front of him. Lin tells him he's here to deliver a gift. He pulls out a glowing energy scythe and tells Rex that his gift is a one-way ticket to hell. The whole club goes into a panic. The scythe flashes through the air, and Rex's guards are sliced apart before they can even draw their weapons. Lin is a whirlwind of blue steel. Lin uses his energy bow to pick off the snipers on the upper levels. His accuracy is superhuman, and the wolf soldiers have no place to hide. He jumps from the balcony, grabbing Rex by the throat. Mid-air, he tells the terrified wolf that he needs some information before he dies. Rex blabs everything about the underground pig camp to save his own skin. Lin listens coldly, then drops him into the crowd below. He stands on the balcony and announces his name to the entire city: Lin Xiaoran, the human who is going to hunt down every last one of them. Next, he infiltrates the slave camp. He sees the brutal pig overseers whipping the workers and his rage reaches a breaking point. He confronts the lead overseer, a massive boar man. Lin tells him that his employment has just been permanently terminated. The boar tries to trample him, but Lin is too fast. He slices through the overseer's legs and finishes him with a brutal decapitation. He breaks the chains on the slave cages and tells everyone to run. He wants them to go out and reclaim their dignity as humans. As the slaves escape, Lin absorbs the power of the fallen elites. His body is glowing with red energy as he reaches a new level of evolution. In a high-rise office, the Lion Mayor watches the news report. He's intrigued by this tyrant human and wants him captured alive for his arena. Lion stands with Su Ruan on a bridge, looking at the city they've just set on fire. She asks if they've won, but he knows the real war is just beginning. He looks at the burning skyline and makes a final vow. He is going to tear this city down brick by brick until no human is ever a pet again. With the girl at his side, Lin prepares for the next stage of his journey. The world of beasts is about to face its greatest nightmare.